Real Country 1430 AM and 1073 FM WRDN. This is the WRDN Morning Farm Report. I'm Brian Winnekins. Joining us this morning is Ryan Smith. He is the new manager of strategic programs with the Wisconsin Soybean Association. And we're going to talk with Ryan, find out a little bit about himself and some of the things he's going to be doing with the Wisconsin Soybean Association. And thank you to our newsmaker sponsors and our video sponsor as well, including the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board, Wisconsin Corn Growers Association, Wisconsin Farmers Union, Synergy Co-op Osteoplastics, Compeer Financial, Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Annabis Silo, and Alcivia Co-op. And Ryan, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the new position, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, thanks, Brian, for having me on, and great to be on your show and introduce myself to some of your listeners. So yeah, I'm a Wisconsin guy, born and bred. I'm from Green Bay originally. I moved down to Madison back in the '90s to go to UW-Madison and started working in politics after school got done, and sort of worked my way up at the Capitol. I worked at the Capitol in Madison for about 20 years. Last 10 years, I was a chief of staff for a state senator. I moved on from there. I was a lobbyist for the paper industry in Wisconsin. I went back to the state to be the director of federal government relations for the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. And now I'm here. So I'm just super excited about the opportunity to work with Wisconsin soybean farmers. I'll tell you what really drove my interest in this job. Like I said, I'm a Wisconsin guy, born and bred. I love our state. I love the tradition and history of agriculture. You can tell from, previous job, the paper industry is another big thing in Wisconsin, especially in the area I'm from, up in Green Bay. So I like working, for goals that will improve the lives and the economy of people in our state. So that's what really attracted me to this job.
I grew up in Green Bay for at least part of my childhood. Gotta ask, were you one of the bike kids during preseason and training camp?
Because I grew up on the east side, so I was an east side guy, so I was too far away to take my bike over there.
Okay, I was on the west side, but my grandparents lived on the east side on Henry Street.
Oh yeah, real close to where
okay. Yeah. Talking with Ryan Smith from with the Wisconsin Soybean Association. He's the new manager of strategic programs with the Wisconsin Soybean Association. So Ryan, there's all kinds of different issues. Is one of the things you're going to do first to go out on the farms and meet with the Soybean Association members?
Yeah, absolutely. That is my top priority, in the first few months of being on the job. That is how you get the best information, is actually by being on site, touring people's facilities and talking to the farmers where they work to see, hey, what are some of the challenges? What can we do as an organization at the Wisconsin Soybean Association to make your life easier, to make your job better, to make your farm more profitable? That is done by talking to people. So that is my first goal, is to really get out there, not only with our board members, but with, just regular members. So yeah, excited to do that.
And there's always there's a lot of federal issues, obviously, that we can talk about, but do you think there are going to be some unique state issues that you're going to have to work with, especially with your experience working in the Capitol in Madison?
Yeah, there's always things. So, it's a little bit tricky right now. So that, there's a 2-year legislative session, and it essentially will come to an end in April. So there's really isn't much time left in this legislative session, and then it will be done until January of 2025. So there isn't much time left to get anything done, but there are some bills that I know were already sort of in process before I got here, dealing with biofuels, and there's some other issues dealing with some tax treatment to farm properties I know that we're working on. So there's a few things that we're going to try to jam in, in the last few months. But really, these first few months of me are really going to be setting the stage for the next session. So it's getting a little late this time to start from scratch, but we'll have a good plan going forward when the next legislative session starts.
Talking with Ryan Smith. He is the new manager of strategic programs with the Wisconsin Soybean Association, and he's started his job here just recently, and he's getting ready to hit the ground running. You mentioned that biodiesel or biofuels. There's the big renewable fuel standard and all of that that's going on the national level. But really, even on the state level, it seems like there could be things that the state could be doing to kind of help nurture, especially the biodiesel side.
I think that there are certainly things that, Wisconsin could do better as far as incentivizing biofuels. And so that is definitely something that is always a high priority for us. It's a high priority for, our other partners in the agriculture coalition that we belong to. So yeah, there's definitely, we've spotted some things that we think could be done better in Wisconsin to incentivize more use of those fuels.
Talking with Ryan Smith. He is the manager of strategic programs with the Wisconsin Soybean Association. Well, on the national side, I mean, there's all kinds of different issues from crop insurance, well, the farm bill, and who knows where that's going to be at. But that's kind of one of those things until we get a farm bill.
Yeah.
We kind of can't do anything here.
Right. Well, I think first they actually need a Speaker of the House till they can really do anything. So they don't even have that right now. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
And is crop insurance going to be one of those things? Granted, it is a national issue, but it's very important to Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we'll be working on, and we do have national partners in Washington D.C. that we work with as well. But that will also be something that I will be spending some of my time on as well. And that might include taking some of our members out to D.C. and having them meet with their legislators and talk about the importance of those sorts of things.
You mentioned meeting with the legislators. Is that something that you'll probably do as well with Wisconsin Soybean Association members? Maybe have some training and things like that, so they kind of can not only tell their story when they go to DC or to Madison, but if they're out at a dairy breakfast or at a county fair and they run into a representative or a legislator, they'll be able to kind of talk about this.
Yeah, definitely. I think that is really important. You mentioned, sort of training people on how to handle these sorts of conversations and interactions, which, can be sort of nerve-wracking for people who aren't used to it. But it's really great. And we do spend time on that. And like you said, we will be taking, a bunch of our members around the Capitol. I think in the late winter.
Talking with Ryan Smith. He is a manager of strategic programs with the Wisconsin Soybean Association, as he just was named to that new position. So, Ryan, with these farm visits, I mean, is it just, are you going to be calling farmers up saying, "Hey, I'm coming," or what? Are you trying to set up a schedule, or how can?
Yeah,
if there's a member that wants to say, "Hey, come see me."
Yeah, I think, so I think what we're going to start to do, because we're going to start making visits next week. So, and we're going to start probably closer to Madison, where I'll be based out of, and, sort of do concentric circles, getting further away from it as we go on. But we'll probably start around Madison.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you out here in Western Wisconsin. Stop by when you come
definitely.
on.
I can't wait. Can't wait to get up there.
And that is Ryan Smith. He is the new manager of strategic programs with the Wisconsin Soybean Association. You're listening to the WRDN Morning Farm Report.